we could be tiptoeing, with Meshuggah, and then like have a song that we could be chilling with Willie Nelson on a back porch.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Belgian Jasper. If this is your first time on the channel, hit subscribe right now. Following the universally acclaimed The Valley, Whitechapel is back with new album Kin. So I sat down with guitar player Ben to learn all about it. Ben, thank you so much for your time today. Kin is coming, and in no less than 14 different flavors of vinyl. That's pretty exciting. The record, when we're talking, the record's going to be out there in just a few days. Now, this is not your first record. You've done many before. But at the same time, the latest record is always like that youngest kid for musicians. Is that the same for you? This one is extra special?
Yeah, I got, I'm biased, but, it's real special.
On the previous album, The Valley, we saw, very well received by fans and the media. We saw, let's say, an acceleration in the evolution of style and music and influences that you guys use. I've had the chance to listen to the new album a couple of times, from front to back. For people that loved The Valley, they're going to be pretty happy when they hear the full new album.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we really tried to honor the the Valley and bring it to the new the new story. So yeah, that was the biggest part of the album, trying to find that that just initial spark that would sounded like a continuation of the Valley. Mm-hmm. And that started with the first track we wrote, I Will Find You. That sounded like just the main riff, the chorus riff sounded like, just a perfect lead into, the new story. It just sounds like it should go right after Doomwoods and into the new one. So once we like finished that song, like other songs started to take shape after that. But that was the initial primordial idea. Yeah.
And we've seen obviously from some of the songs that you guys released already as singles or video singles that you continue to embrace those different facets of the band. There's the more melodic style with clean vocals. There is the more just pedal to the metal, take no prisoners. And then we're also seeing that more and more mixed within songs as well. One of, I think, my favorite songs on the album so far is A History is Silent, I think, where we get that balance really nicely. But for those that just, want to come to a Whitechapel show to just destroy the pit with Blood-Soaked Symphony and To the Wolves, another amazing track, they will have their work cut out for them.
We try to, we love that style of music. I mean, we started a band and quit our lives to tour for it, so I mean, that's obviously ingrained in us to do it. And and it also adds depth to the story. It adds weight. We try to honor the past and while going forward.
Well, I mean, to talk about honoring the past and how you've lived your life, you've been at this for a long time. You guys started the band when you were still pretty young. Since then, you now are in your mid-30s, but with an experience that many musicians or bands only get to when they're in their late 50s. You had to grow up fast and hard in this scene. Is it, when you think about that and you take a step back looking from where you've come, are you sometimes surprised to see how stable the core lineup of the band has been?
Yeah. I mean, we're all from the same area, the core members. So we all have, just deep roots where we're from. And, I mean, it's like trial and error, it's like you got time on your side though. So it's like, if you get in arguments and stuff, you just, you take a break, and just, there's more good times, than this bad time right here. And and we're all just like friends of each other, and they're fans of each other. Like we're, each person has their own quirks that we love, and and they're all creative people too. And it's just, it's just very lucky to have that.
That mentality that you say, it's just, our roots, where we come from, for people that are not super close to the band, that place is the state of Tennessee, which is often reflected also in your, let's call it, logo, right, with the saw, using the Tennessee flag with the 3 stars. When people think Tennessee, they think, whiskey and country music. Apparently, I looked it up, also the place where cotton candy was invented. Not things I think about when I think about Whitechapel, but what is it then particularly that makes Tennessee so special?
I guess like some of the guys like fishing. Well, I like being outside, and I like used to go kayaking with my dad. Like there's like, Great Smoky Mountains National Park is like, 30 minutes away. We can go there, and so just like, just simple things.
Well, I mean, to talk about those simple things then, maybe, because one of the elements that I would say really, like I said, accelerated that maybe maturity of the band as well, is when you started dealing with it, definitely through the lyrical concepts as well, some very personal items. The personal can be a synonym for simple things, not think too much about the bigger things, but they're very close and personal things. That obviously, I mean, everybody that's a fan of the band will know how a personal record the previous one was. This is again the case with Kin as well. I was wondering for you as guitar player, Phil's been very vocal about some of the demons that he's exercising, some of the experiences that he wrote about. With songs like that then also the fans really embrace. How is that for you as a musician, where do these songs take on a new meaning for you? Do you relate to these songs in a different way, or will songs like that never be as personal to you as they might be to the person writing those lyrics?
No, I mean, they're super personal to me because, I may have written a bunch of riffs in like a particular song, but they wouldn't have turned out the way they did unless everyone was there and, helping craft the song. And then, Phil adds another layer, like an even deeper layer when he adds his vocals over to it. So it's like, it's cool because I could listen to it as a fan, too, of the music, rather and also as a writer. I feel, connected to it, because like, we're around it, we made it. We were there through the process, and it's cool and we give our music off to other people to have their like take on it, as far as like mixing the album in guitar tones. Like Mark Lewis, our mixing engineer, or our engineer, and then we send it off mixing to David Castillo in Sweden. So we have like another country's, like a Swedish like angle on it too. So it's got like, it's like kind of like a worldly feel to it. And so it's just, there's a lot of elements in there that I can kind of listen to as like a I guess unbiased, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It's at one of the songs that on this new album where all those elements that you talk about come together, and I think a lot of fans will relate to in their own way, but will be a very emotional song for everyone, is in fact a title track, which closes the album in a quite epic way.
Now the voice fades in the distance, a life changed in an instant.
The whole band must be pretty proud of how that particular song, came together. And I can already, just see, I have already visions of like all the fans, yelling word for word with you at the end of a set.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that song's really special because it's like, it's kind of like it breaks it down to like a bare bones of just like a man and an acoustic guitar, and like at the end of the day, that's what we try to find. We try to find that bare, that naked energy in a song, that naked, just thing in there. And, with that, the song Ken, really accomplished that because, it's just like the song was like written, it kind of wrote itself, it's kind of like, how they kind of feels like we have a connection to like, older music, like, the 60s, 50s and 60s, like, I could hear Willie Nelson singing that song, it's like, right. So it's like, it's funny and cool that, we could have a song that, we could be tiptoeing, with Meshuggah, and then like have a song that we could be chilling with Willie Nelson on a back porch.
But it's time for both of us to let this go.
Well, there are some heavier parts in that song that Willie Nelson may not bring just yet. But...
Yeah, he might put some. Yeah, he might still strum away in the corner. So.
Yeah. But I mean, you're right. I mean, at the end of the day, like you don't need a million layers to create an emotional and powerful song. And if a song is great when it's completely stripped, then you know that you're onto something good. For you personal, there's another element that makes this album a little bit more personal. The cover art was, if I'm not mistaken, done by your wife.
Yes, she did it. Did a great job.
Absolutely. And you've talked about, in some posts that you did on social media already about like how it's showing two people that, are basically in that balance where it's not really clear if they're, drawn together or torn apart, but there's this energy going on.
Yeah, that was the hardest part because we just wanted to, before she committed to painting it, we wanted it to have like a definite look. So all she had to do was just paint what we give her. So it took a lot of time. Like I have this app on my phone called UDoodle, and I just kind of mess around with like editing like photos and stuff. So I edited this photo and made it two people, like with them, their heads kind of, I guess, merging together and stuff. And then the band agreed on it. It would that would look sick. So we just gave her the the go ahead. And I knew she can do it because she's I met her when she was in art school,
right?
When she was like 20, and she was a great painter then, and she's only gotten better. It just turned out great, and she's not a patient person, and so so it's an accomplishment in itself that it was, it took like a month for like 8 hours a day. So
yeah.
And I could we could edit like on the way. It's like, and it was great too because I didn't have to wait for an email back from another artist and then send back changes. We could just edit right there on the spot. Just make it, cut out the middleman.
Awesome. Well, it turned out great. And I'm sure that a lot of the fans will be looking to buy, the merchandise with that design and variants of that design on all the merch when they go to shows. So to wrap us up, because we're running out of time fast here, you guys announced your first show in 2 years for a Christmas benefit show, and then you've got obviously the big tour coming up in next year with Cannibal Corpse and Revocation, I believe. So what at those tours and anything else, what should the fans keep their eyes open for coming up next?
Just yeah, we got a lot more content coming out. I'm doing some guitar solo playthroughs and like explanations, and you know, it's cool little gems like that, and you know, play the new songs live. Just real excited about it. I feel like our set list is going to be cool and diverse. And, you know, should make for a cool live experience.
Thank you so much for your time today. I really do appreciate it, and yeah, I think your wife did a phenomenal job on the artwork. So maybe she can find the patience to do more artwork like that in the future. That would be super cool. And I want to thank you.
Oh, she'd love to. Yeah. Well, thanks, Jasper. You know, these interviews, I love doing them, man. Yeah, we're super proud of the record. So yeah,
awesome.
Thanks for your time.
No, my pleasure, my pleasure. I think you're going to make a lot of fans very happy in a few days. You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.